Hello everyone, today we will talk about the Blacklist Season 9, Episode 13, Genuine Models Incorporated. Recap, summary and more. Tonight on NBC their hit drama The Blacklist starring James Spader airs with an all-new time slow Friday, March 25, 2022, episode, and we have your The Blacklist recap below. On tonight's The Blacklist Season 9, Episode 13 called, Genuine Models Incorporated. As per the NBC synopsis, the task force is led to an unusual suspect when the wealthy clients of an apparent escort service start turning up dead. Red and a friend attempt to recover an item after reuniting at a friend's memorial. Cooper heads to Atlanta to follow a lead on his blackmailer. If you are excited to find out what happens tonight, make sure to bookmark this spot and come back for our The Blacklist recap between 8 p.m., 9 p.m. ET. While you wait for our recap, make sure to check out all other Blacklist tree recaps, news, spoilers, right here. Tonight's The Blacklist episode begins now. Refresh page often to get the most current updates. In tonight's The Blacklist episode begins with a woman and a man in bed. He asks her to choke him a little because he likes it. She does, and she chokes him until he is dead. Elsewhere, Red asks Wichu if her sister Mias will take him back when this is all over. There is a knock at the door. It is Cooper. Red has a case and a funeral. The case is U.S. Ambassador Dan Warren. He was found dead in his D.C. home last night. Red says Federica Corrales, a madam to the influential, has information. The ambassador was her client until recently and he was now frequenting himself with genuine models. The task force brings in the madam to the influential. She knew the ambassador and introduced him to his wife, but she has never heard of genuine models and says none of her girls have been solicited by them. She says a second client is moving on. His name is Congressman Matt Spade and he was initially referred to her by the congressman. We see a man looking at the article about the ambassador's death and he says these awful men, sucking everything dry. They use and abuse, acting like the world is their personal playground. He looks at a woman beside him. She is the one who strangled the ambassador, and he says thanks to them, these men are going to get what they deserve. Red bumps into an old friend at the funeral for Barney, Cassandra Byung-Chai at the funeral. He introduces her to Wichu, who asks her what she does. She says she takes things that are not hers. Once she lifted a valuable necklace that arms dealer was going to give his wife for his birthday, but the necklace was stolen from a collectibles store, the largest ruby ever. Wichu tells them she is looking right at it. There is a woman behind them with a ruby necklace on. Matilda Davis is Barney's widow. Cassandra asks about her necklace. She says it is her most valuable possession from Barney. Matilda walks away and Red tells Cassandra that Barney told him that Peter, his business partner, stole the necklace, and he went missing around that time. Peter didn't just disappear, Red banished him. Barney lied, Peter didn't steal the jewels. Congressman Matt Spade is found dead, but this time they have some evidence, a hair sample, and they are going to run it for DNA. Cooper heads to Atlanta, to see Miss Grant in a bar. He says he is looking for information about her bartender friend that was murdered, Abel Judge. She says she doesn't know what he is referring to and wants nothing to do with this. But she gives in. Cooper asks if she knows that Abel spiked a client's drink the night before he was killed. Cooper explains the man whose drink was spiked is being framed for something he didn't do. She can help get justice for Abel and that man. Red tells Cassandra that Matilda loved Barney and they should leave the necklace where it is. Cassandra wants to leave with Red, but he tells her that he is involved. Both the victims wired $250,000 to an antiques company the day before they were killed. Demp says maybe it is a front for genuine models. Rissler comes in and say they have a hit on the DNA sample. It is Darlene Wozniak, a nurse. Cassandra and Red stop by to see Matt Leader the next day. She brings in coffee for everyone. Matilda excuses herself to the power room. Red tells Matilda that the necklace is a breathtaking gift and he would love to hold such a precious gem one time. She goes to get it and Cassandra comes back in the room and wants to make a quick exit. She already lifted it. Red starts negotiating with her, or he will tell Matilda what she did. She calls him a scoundrel. Matilda comes in the room shrieking that her necklace is gone. Red offers to help her look for it. Miss Grant said that a cop threatened to arrest him for dealing if he didn't spike the man's drink. She convinced Abel to go to the cops, but then he was dead. Cooper tells her that he is the man whose drink was spiked. She says she is scared, that is why she split. Abel said the batch had 2 figures and an eagle on it. Rissler and Demp have Darlene in for questioning, who is saying she has no idea what they are talking about. She says she works the graveyard shift in the oncology ward. Rissler asks her how her hair got there. She says about a year ago, she was getting behind in her rent. She cut off her hair and sold it, got $500. Demp wants to know who she sold it to. Park calls Cooper. Darlene was not involved. They tell him about her selling her hair. Also, a $250,000 was wired to the antique company, this one from Billy Burton, a well-known restaurateur. Park arrives at Mr. Burton's house with Aram. They hear noises upstairs and run up. They find the woman on top of him, strangling him. Aram jumps the woman to get her off him. She falls to the floor and Aram looks at her neck. She is some kind of robot. Red and Cassandra are looking for the necklace. Matilda comes in. She overhears them talking. She says she knows she put the necklace in the safe, and she wants it back now or she will call the police. Red tells her that if she does that, they will have to tell the authorities the truth about her beloved Barney. Demp and Rissler show up at the place where Darlene sold her hair. A man greets them and asks what took them so long. He says he called the police because when he saw that there was a second death, both who purchased his models. He has been going over the code to see if something has gone wrong, but he can't find anything. His models are sophisticated AI companions. Rissler wants a complete list of his customers who bought the same model as the 2 victims. Red and Cassandra tell Matilda the truth about Barney and the necklace. Red tells her that he doesn't like to be lied and tricked to. Barney made false accusations about his business partner and convinced Red to make him disappear. Matilda can't believe that her sweet Barney would lie about anything. Red tells her that he is willing to leave her the necklace. He tells her to wear it well, remarry, assume the worst and hope for the best. Aram shows Park what the AI can do, and they look so real he is shocked. Rissler brings Sawyer in, the owner of Genuine Models. He has agreed to assist in the investigation. Aram say they have been hacked and Aram has the IP address. Demp and Rissler head there, but too late. The hacker has left with his model and he tells her that he won't let anything happen to her. Red summons Peter, Barney's partner, and tells him that he was sorely mistaken. Barney wasn't being honest with him and he jumped to conclusions. But he thinks he is missing something. Peter says Barney was innocent, salt of the earth. His wife on the other hand. The task force has the hacker's name. His name is Graham. He is one of Genuine Models' first customers. Sawyer installed GPS in all the models. They will be able to track Graham and find him. Aram located the GPS and gives Rissler and Demp his coordinates. Graham is cornered. Rissler and Demp tells him to get out of his vehicle. Graham shouts that his crisis is not an object. Genuine Models had to be protected. Rissler tells him again to get out of the car. Graham won't. He says they can't live without each other. He turns the car sharply and crashes down an embankment. Red, Cassandra, and Witcher go see Matita. Red claps and tells her bravo, what a performance. He says he had a chat with Peter, the name she let slip earlier. She says Barney had a heart attack at dinner. Red says he arranged an autopsy and they will see if that holds. She says Barney never had a stomach for the business. She made all the hard choices. And then, the little schmuck tried to divorce her. She says you should have seen the look on his face when he realized that she poisoned him. Red tells her that she is terminated and Peter is the new boss, and this time she be banished, with nothing. And if she sticks a single toe back in the business, he will take her tongue, her hands, her feet. But for now, he will take the necklace. He rips it off her neck. Graham had no family. His only relationship was the robot. Miss Grant is secured in Texas with her family. Lou wants to call in reinforcements. Cooper says no, they have to find the detective themselves. Cassandra tells Red that he has gone soft. He really has changed. She tells them they have always been good together. He says, as tempting as that sounds, the man she knew died the day Liz was shot, and he is less a person foul as tar. He only survived because of a woman who carried him through unbelievable darkness. And he hopes she takes him back one day, because he is hers and that is all that matters. Red gives her the necklace. She asks why does she feel like this is a parting gift. He says you never know.